what was it growing up like in the Boswell household?
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. It was awesome, right? Education was paramount, right? So it's achieving excellence, but excellence in your own race. Okay, so it's not being compared to my siblings, my brother, my sister, and that was something that was big. Sports were big in our family. Ultimately, what it was though is it was a great, essentially single parent household, but with I had pretty much had two moms, my grandmother and my mom. Mom was a nurse. My grandmother
Okay.
was a pensioner. She worked for the airlines for a while, and both intelligent, smart women, and is honestly an honor to be raised by them. So
Okay.
with that, going, it was making sure I succeeded. My whole thing, and there's a little quote I like, is we stand on the shoulders of giants. And so when people look at where I've made it, where I currently am, I'm still rising, I'm still doing my thing, but I didn't start from zero. And so that dynamic was very important, and that's something that was really, kind of taken in all throughout our childhood for all my siblings, and they've all done well in their own rights.
All right, so you talking about your siblings. Tell me about them. How many of them were there, and were you guys and gals cordial or butt heads?
It's always funny when you got your siblings, right? Like everybody, especially when you meet them now. I'm like, I'm a professional, I'm in my 30s. I get to them. I'm back to like 15 years old again,
Right.
for better for worse. So I have my oldest brother, Marcus. So he's 10 years older, and then I have a sister that's about 15 months older, and then my twin brother. So we're just kind of, my mom and dad did differently. They're like, all right, and same parents. They're like, boom, and here's three. I was like, damn, good on you. Like you guys were almost through, right? You had to do elementary school, that stuff. And so growing up, that was the household. So it was four of us in the household. I was closest with my twin brother and my sister, just due to the fact that we're so close in age, right? That kind of 15 months separates us, or 8 minutes for my brother and me. Or and for them, that was something that was big. We were tight. That was my best friend, my brother, and still is one of my best friends. He actually moved back down to North Carolina, so he's in Raleigh.
Oh, okay, okay. And when we talking about twin, we're talking about like identical?
Fraternal.
Fraternal.
So it's
Right.
funny. So I've got about 3 inches on him, and he's got about 40 pounds of me. He's like a running back build. He works out all the time. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
So completely different, but very similar at the same time.
Yeah, very different. It's but similar too. So it's case in point, we took the SAT same time, right? Same grade,
Yeah.
kind of go to school. He actually went to HBCU as well.
Yeah.
He didn't go to AT. He went to FAMU down in
Oh, shout out to fam. Okay.
Uh, but we got essentially the same exact SAT score, just flipped. So if we had put together, we'd had a combined score. So his math was off the charts. My writing and kind of English was off the charts. So that's kind of how it worked out.
Wow, man, that's crazy. Okay, so then talk to me about school, SATs, high school. What kind of student were you?
Yeah. So great question. So I took school pretty seriously in high school. I think I ramped it up in college. So I'd say there were about 350 kids in my school, or I should say my grade in high school, and I was probably like number like 90 or something like that. I was doing all right, but I was like, all right, like kind of just chugging along. I didn't find that activity that I enjoyed, at least
Right.
within school. I had the extracurriculars. I ran track and all that stuff, but I did all right. Had A's, had a kind of unweighted, probably about a 3.6 GPA. Ended up going to Penn State. That wasn't my first choice actually until it became my first choice. Both my parents went to Vanderbilt, so I was looking down at Vandy. I got in. I was excited about going there, and then Penn State came through, and they also were going to offer me scholarship to take care of everything. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going here. So
Wow.
so that really helps, right? And that helped the family too with that dynamic too. And that's something we have to talk about is how do you make it to that next level? And some of that, there's a lot of friction. A lot of that's financial, and it's a knowledge thing. I was fortunate that both my parents were college educated individuals, and we knew what that process would be. But at the same time, we knew that there were three of us who were going to be in school at the same time, and resources were tight. So
Sure.
that was going to be on us. So I made that decision.